Ray Digman Cup Bootle claimed their second trophy of 2018 with a 5-wicket win over Rainford in the final of the Ray Digman Cup on Sunday. Rain delayed the start and reduced the game to 43 overs a side, and scoring was a tricky business throughout. Asked to bat, the hosts squelched to 76 sevenths before a recovery of sorts lifted them to 134 all-out. Comrey Edgeworth battled to 33 off 85 balls, while Daniel Davies took 3/28. Bootle, crucially, knew they were in no rush. They didn't score significantly. Kicker Sam Kershaw's 37 occupied 61 balls, but they didn't lose wickets as regularly, and new skipper Neil Williams was at the crease when the winning runs came with 5.3 overs to spare. ECB Premier Division Liverpool competition champions, Northern had wrapped up the season with a win that typified their whole campaign: classy, ultimately comfortable, and inspired by Tom Sefton and Liam Gray. After Gray's 101 his third League 10 of the season, visitors Formby had reached 142 quarters in pursuit of 253. But Sefton had other ideas and demolished their late order, finishing with 8 61sts including a hat-trick, in a 56-run win. Ormskirk had to settle for a draw after Rainhill's Tyler McGladdery, who is joining the 2017 champions next season, made himself at home by hitting 124, taking his tally for the league season to 936. The visitors declared on 220 quarters and Ormskirk batted the game out to close on 142 sixths. New Brighton continued their impressive late-season form with a fine run chase against Bootle, inspired by 77 from Mark Rowland and an unbeaten 72 from skipper Andrew Clark. Sam Kershaw and Vishal Tripathi had hit half-centuries in Bootle's 226 but the hosts reached the target with 6 wickets to spare. Northern CC with the Liverpool competition winners flag and trophy on Saturday. Picture by Roger Green. Wallasey also finished with a win, chasing down 169 at Highfield with 7 wickets to spare thanks to an unbeaten 60 from Jack Leckie, after Michael Gaskey's 58 for the relegated side. Christopher Bourne took 6/76. Colwyn Bay recovered from a shaky start at Rainford to post 178 ninths, thanks largely to Ryan Holtby's unbeaten 52, while John Daughters took 5/42. It proved too much for the hosts, who succumbed to Paul Jenkins' 6/37 and lost by 46 runs, having at one stage been 75 halves. Lim chased down 191 to beat Lee by 2 wickets. Division 1 Southport. Andrew Warhurst's 8/24 demolished the hosts for just 43. Only one batsman made it to double figures, and the chase was a formality, sealed with a 6 by Isaac Lee. The 25 points they picked up made it impossible for Oral Red Triangle to catch them, despite picking up the maximum themselves in a dramatic win at home to Prestatyn. From 105 halves, the Welshman collapsed to 169 all-out, despite Peter Cassidy's 72 in reply. Orel slipped to 16/3, recovered to 105/3 thanks to Christopher Riley's 56, wobbled again, then looked home and dry on 163/7 before a couple of late wickets left the last pair to hit the winning runs. Sefton Park, Liverpool's highest-placed side, rounded off an encouraging season by beating Ainsdale to claim third place. Skipper Richie Forsyth hit 69 and Bajan import Jermaine Davis 56 to set up Park's 225th. In reply, the Southport side were downed by a trio of ducks in their top order, and despite Connor Windle's 72, they fell short by 64 runs. Wavertree's Theo O'Brien took a hat-trick as they won an exciting encounter at Perscoff. Alan Murray hit 81 in the hosts' 221, but Josh Birch led from the front with 117 as the visitors won by 3 wickets. Harry Meehan's unbeaten 103 helped Birkenhead Park to a 6-wicket win over Liverpool, for whom Sam Holliday hit 80 in a total of 193/7. Newton Willows had to settle for a draw at Wigan, closing on 158/8 in reply to 169. Division 2 after a seesaw season, one of those fancy seesaws with 3 seats. It was Caldy who missed out on promotion, with Old Zavarians taking the title and Northup Hall coming in second. Xavies ran through Springview's lower order to leave themselves a chase of 137, which they achieved with 4 wickets to spare. Hall needed Ben Slater's 50 to lift them to 119 at St. Helens Town. It proved to be more than enough, as Daniel Clubb took 5 45ths and James Hurlin 5 quarters to earn a 51-run win. Northern's Liam Gray celebrates his century, picture by Roger Green, image, handout. Neither side need have bothered though. Caldy lost to Sutton, who have been impressive on their return to the competition. The Wirral side's Sam Abbas took 5 45ths to dismiss the St. Helens men for 182, but Joseph Nocter went one better, snaffling 6 37ths to wrap up a 30-run victory. Southport Trinity's Tony Campbell took 5 16ths to run through Parkfield Liscard for just 75. The Trinity openers sealed a 10-wicket win. And Alder's season of transition ended with a 19th defeat from a possible 19. They got close. Hightown St. Mary's lost 8 wickets in pursuit of 104 but didn't quite get over the line. Southport, Haydock and Goose Green occupy the 2 relegation slots from the Premier Division. Birkenhead St. Mary's second 11 won the Division 2 title. They can't be promoted to the division occupied by their first team, Edgeworth, who crushed Brethren by 228 runs, and Earlstown, who beat Winstanley Park by 129 runs, are the promoted sides. Whitefield's run of 10 wins, the last against the champions, by 1 wicket, wasn't quite enough. Bedford Park dropped straight back to Division 3, with Cheshire Lions' second 11. They'll be replaced by new Victoria seconds, while Norley Hall's seconds finished second, making it a doubly successful season for the Wigan club.